if I told you that one bundle, one stamp set and coordinating dies could create at least 9 completely different cards, including fun folds and one that has a really cool sentiment trick that you are going to absolutely love. Hi, I'm Julia with Julia Sue's Stamping. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you've been to the channel before, then welcome back. I'm so glad you're here to spend some time with me. Thank you. I have several different screens up today because in the last couple weeks, I've been having problems with the chat. So I do have the chat over here today. Hi, Tanya. Thank you so much for being here. So, Julianne, welcome. I'm so glad you made it. Yay. 2 of my favorite people are here, and I am really looking forward to more of my friends hopping on and saying hi. So I'm really excited because the chat is working. Yay. And I do have some notes over here so I don't miss anything today because I want to be sure to hit all the highlights and share them with you. Okay, I really would love for you to be sure to stick with me because card number 2 has a fold that really surprises everyone when they open it up. I think we should go ahead and get started. How about you? I'm going to move the camera down to the work surface then. And the very first thing I need to do is start off with a great big thank you. My awesome customers and team members have already gotten a free make and take kit that has everything cut, all the paper supplies for this project, and a tutorial, a full complete tutorial. That's my little thank you to them. And friends, I don't know what I would do without you. Hi, Anna. How are you today? Thank you so much for being here. I don't know what I would do without all of you because you help make such a difference in my teeny tiny business. So thank you for being here and giving me your support. It means all the difference to me. You're the reason that Paper Party Live is existing here. So whether you're watching live or on replay or you're going to craft along later, you matter here. I'm going to take the tutorial and move it up here so that I can refer back to it if I need to. And I think we should get started on card number 1. So the items that I have, I will try really hard to remember to say the measurements, but if I don't, they are in the tutorial. There are 2 different cards in today's make and take kit. So we have the first card and the second, and we're going to start with the Secret C one that's sticking out here as card number 1. And it looks so soft and elegant when we are done, but wait until you see how this ribbon is attached. It's so cool. And we've got a little sentiment piece here. I like to give everyone envelopes, so I'm so excited that you're here to join me. Everyone should also have some little, what are these called? Embellishments. They are the Moody Palette. Okay, I have the container here. The Moody Palette Glossy Dots. And I write my cheat sheet on here as to what every one of them contains so I don't forget. All right, so keep those handy because we'll be using those. And I'm going to start off with a bone folder and getting the card base, which is your normal card base. It is 8.5 by 5.5 and then scored at 4 1/4, and we've just folded it over at the 4 1/4. I am going to layer some designer series paper on here that is cut to be 4 by 3 and use whatever adhesive it is you like. The designer series paper is from the Lovely Blossoms and I'm going to put it onto some cloud cover cardstock that is just 1/8 of an inch bigger, so 4 1/8 by 3 1/8. And the next thing I'm going to do is take this little around 4-inch piece of ribbon. Now this is the cloud cover textured ribbon, and I always like to take a little bit of it and I tie it up so that it helps keep my ribbon from just running all over the place when I hang it up. And so that's my little trick for this. How do you keep your ribbon from going and unwinding like crazy? See, I can make it open like that, get more out, but that way it really helps keep it contained. Do you do any little tricks like that? I've got this little piece that's around 4 inches, and I'm going to fold it in half, take some scissors, and I'm going to do a very shallow banner cut on the end. I like how that one worked. That's great. And then I'm going to adhere it to this front, and I love just wrapping it around then, so it's going to adhere to the front like that. So I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on here, and I actually have some Scotch tape handy because that's what I tend to use. I always have some on my desk, believe it or not, and I'm going to have that go right around there, and I'm going to use this very, very fancy tool of Scotch tape. You can just pick that up and lay it down until you're happy with how straight it is. So this very fancy tool of Scotch tape, I'm going to take a piece and tape that ribbon down. All right, now it's not going to go anywhere, and it's exactly where I want it to be. I'm now going to use some dimensionals and adhere this to the card front so it has nice lift, and it'll have a little bit of shadow behind it. It's one of the things that dimensionals do. They help give the card dimension, which, you know, the name, and it also then helps create shadow behind it. So I've got it even almost on the top and the side, a little bit bigger there and a little bit bigger over here on this side. All right, and that's how it opens up. I've got a piece of basic white and cloud cover that I'm going to put inside. I usually like to have about 3 3/4 by 5 inches for my writing space. So I'm going to simply mat that with the cloud cover and put it inside of the card base. That way I won't lose it while I'm talking with you. And that'll be all done. We can move on to the sentiment and embellishments, and believe it or not, this card's pretty much done. It's so quick and easy. When you've got the bundles and you have all the things that go together, it really helps make things easy, doesn't it? So I've got a little sentiment piece that is petal pink. What's your favorite color on here so far? Is it the Secret Sea, or maybe you like the cloud cover the best, or are you a petal pink kind of a person? I'm going to use the Secret Sea ink and loading up the sentiment, which is just a note. Now I might have to get my head in here or bring this a little closer so I can see better. I'm going to put it on the end here. So please forgive my head if I got it in. I have no idea if I did or not. Okay. Now if you're not happy with how your stamping went, remember cardstock has 2 sides. Just flip it over and use the other side. And I think I'll see which one I like better. So let's see if I can do a little better job of getting it on there. Just a note. Yeah, I like that better. So I'm going to use this side. I'll go ahead and move the ink over, and now I'm going to simply put this on. Let's see, do the directions say that I use it with dimensionals or not? Cut the ribbon, adhered, layered, do the sentiment. Nope, okay, just adhere the sentiment. So there, just checking. All right, And I'm going to put that down with a little bit of it overhanging. All right, that gives it some interest. Now I've got this tiny little leaf that was die cut with the die cuts from the Lovely Arrangements, which is everything we're using here today. So we've got the Lovely Arrangements die cuts and the stamp set. Are you working along with me? Yes, this card is so quick. Secret C is absolutely gorgeous, and you know Stampin' Up! Is going to be, I understand, they are going to be doing a color refresh in 2027. Have you ever heard of a color refresh before? I am looking for my glue dots. Here they are. A color refresh is when Stampin' Up! Looks at all the colors that they have of their inks and cardstocks, and they make decisions on what is going to be the most. I'm going to put a glue dot on the back of this leaf, and then I'm going to put the leaf right here on the side. Isn't that pretty? All right, let me put this glue dot back. And I'm really hoping that when they do their color refresh, that Secret C stays because it is definitely one of my favorites. I use Secret C for so many things. And now I am looking for my gorgeous embellishments, and take your pick tool to put some embellishments on here. I would like to use the white, I think. And so just put a little one right here and a bigger one, I think right here about, and then a third one, but a little one, I think I'll put right up here. And that is that. That little fold over ribbon detail is really what helps make this feel boutique instead of basic. And that pink petal sentiment along with the Secret C ink is really nice. It's clean and it's crisp. All right, I love that tiny leaf because little details really make a big impact. Well, are you ready? We're going to go ahead. The glossy dots are on there. This card is simple enough to batch if you want to make a whole bunch of them, but it's pretty enough to send to someone who really needs some encouragement. So, are you ready for the fun fold card? Great. Let's set this one aside and move on to the fun fold card. Actually, time for card number 2 already. How cool is that? So, taking everything out of the package. This is starting off with a piece that is I really like this style of card. I tend to do this one probably more than any other. It's 4 1/4 by the 11 inch. I'm glad I'm not the only person who wants that card, that color to stay. It's Tanya, thank you. Yes, Julianne, or did you get your kit, Julianne? Because if you did, I sure hope you're crafting along. But if you didn't, I know that you'll craft along later because you are very good at doing that. All right, let's go ahead and burnish this fold at 5, and the score line was done at 5.5 inches. Put my bone folder back, and I have my paper trimmer. I'm going to bring in the paper trimmer here because this is the fun fold. This looks like a really normal card until we open it up. You know, I should just show it to you. Here's the regular one. This is what we're creating. All right, how cute is that? And it looks normal, and then you open it up, and it's like, ooh, whoa, hey. So I'm going to show you how to do this fun little flap on the front. All right, that's what we're going to be doing right now. Okay, so I have this all burnished and ready to go, the card base. I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to put the fold at 3.5 inches on my paper trimmer. And I'm doing it wrong. I'm going to put the end at 3.5 inches. Silly me. All right, there, okay. Now I have it shut and cut it right off. All right, 3.5 inches cut off. And now we are left with the front that looks kind of wonky like that, right? Okay, that's all there is to that. Makes it easy, doesn't it? Yay, I'm glad you got everything. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is take this little piece of Secret C that has been dry embossed with the all in a row embossing folder. This is such a pretty embossing folder. It's got all these really intricate rows. It's very interesting. Rows and rows of things. And so that's what that's been dry embossed with. And we're going to simply adhere it to that little flap that's left. And because it has been embossed, I tend to use liquid glue. And liquid glue is not my best friend. I end up getting it all over the place. I know so many of my buddies are huge fans of using this as their go-to adhesive, and more power to you. If you are good at not getting it all over you, you have my admiration. I am just not it. That's not me. I'm really horrible about it. So that is that, and then I'm going to take the designer series paper that is, if this is 3.5 by 4 1/4, then this is 3 and well, I guess I have to look it up. My math is so bad. Okay, it's 3 1/4 by 4. Yay, okay. This is 3 1/4 by 4. And it is going to get matted right on top of there. See, this is why I try and keep things with me. I obviously need my tutorial to help walk me through this. Just going to go ahead and mat this on. So the designer series paper is on there. Yeah, and now I want it to stay on here, but it's a fun fold and it really needs something strong to help it stay. So what I'm going to do is grab my tear and tape, which I accidentally put away. So I'll grab it. Sorry about that. And I'm going to have a little trick to share with you here. I'm going to turn this over, and I can see exactly where I want it to end up going on the card, right? I want it to be about the same distance at the bottom as the top. This right here is where it's going to adhere, right, to the card front. So that is where I'm going to put my adhesive, because I can see right where I'm going to want it to go. So I'm going to use a really strong adhesive on here because it's a fun fold card. They get opened and shut a lot, and I want to make sure it's going to really stay. It's going to have staying power. I've used you know, the seal, or I've used glue before for this kind of thing, and it ends up coming off. But the tear and tape really is nice and strong, and it'll stay there. So I'm going to put it on, and I'll lift it up, and none of it is showing, so that's good. But I also have it just a little crooked. So the joys of doing something live. Messing up and having to share with you that I messed it up. Okay, I think that one turned out okay. You know, it's still a little crooked, but it's a handmade card, so that's okay. All right, I'm just gonna let it go. All right, I'm gonna go ahead now and put the inside piece in, which has been cut to be 4 by 5 1/4. It's Secret C right on the inside. See anyone else mess up their cards and then just go, it's a handmade card, it's okay. All right, please, I hope I'm not alone. And then I have this little piece of basic white that I'm going to put in for the place to write to my recipient. And it is the same size as this, so it's 3.5 by 4 1/4. So what I'm going to do is place it on here, and then I'm simply going to put that on the card. And now the writing place is exactly the same place as that top was. So it's hidden no matter what. Kind of a wonky way to do it, but that works best for me. The next thing I've got is this thank you sentiment from that gorgeous stamp set. Getting my ink. I'll ink it up. And now I'm going to put it in the center-ish of this sentiment piece that was die cut out of basic white. Yes, I almost cut the wrong end. That's for sure. Yeah, oh good. I love the cloud cover too. All right, and now I'm going to use some dimensionals and lift that up. I'm so glad I'm not alone, you guys, in making these mistakes. Thank you for letting me know that you do it too. It really helps. Because, you know, you just feel kind of self-conscious about it sometimes. What I'm going to do with this is I'm going to place it right here along that line area and put it down. Now I've got my take your pick tool, and I normally am not one to make things symmetrical. My husband is big like that. Does anyone else's spouse do that, like the furniture? Or maybe you do, and no judgment, truly no judgment here, but everything has to line up, just so. My husband likes pillows to line up, magazines to line up. I'm a offsetter. I like things offset, and so that's always really interesting between the two of us. But I normally do not do my cards because I guess I'm an offsetter. Is that a word? But in this case, I am making this symmetrical because this little sentiment, to me, it just screamed for the dots to be on the side. I just thought it was really cute. And I hope you do too. That's what I did with it. You can put your embellishments wherever you want on the card. This is it. This is the Fun Fold card. How quick and easy is this Fun Fold card? Is that cool or what? All right, what I want to do really quickly is share with you, because you know you don't want the Fun Fold to fall apart too, so you really want to use that tear and tape. All right, I really love to give a thank you note that feels a little unexpected, and this one does that. It really helps tell the recipient that you put some thought into it, right? Making it a little different than your typical card. So I have a quick sneak peek of something that is going to really help stretch your stamps. Tanya, you think you like the Fun Fold more than the first one? Great! You do love a good Fun Fold, don't you? And if it has coloring, that's even better. Here is one of the bonus cards. And I'm going to share with you this really quick technique of helping to stretch your stamps by making your sentiment be on 2 different lines instead of just one. So that sentiment is actually a stamp that has Hello Friend all in one. And I am also very good at cutting my stamps apart. And I know that's sacrilege to some people. I have no problem with that though, because they're my stamps, I bought them. And I probably won't sell them if I cut them apart. When I'm done with them and they've retired. So this is a way to stretch your stamps. I am looking for a piece of scrap paper, and I have one right here. I'm gonna bring that up. I'm gonna show you what I'm going to do. I take that fancy tool of Scotch tape, and what I'm going to do is cover up the word hello. All right, and I left some of the tape off of it, right, off of the side of the stamp pad, the acrylic block. And I'm going to ink up the friend word. Now I'm going to take that tape off and I'm going to put it aside. All I'm going to do then is stamp the word friend. And it's that easy. Clean off the stamp and then do the opposite word, and you be able to have your hello go right over top of the word friend. That way you can really make your stamps do more for you and you're not stuck with exactly how it's written. So that's a good way to do it. Really quick, clean, and easy way to do more with your stamps. All right, and here is the other bonus card right here. How pretty is that? And I love the inside. It's nicely finished as well. So these are in the tutorial, and it's got a great big loopy double bow. This one really is all about the paper from that designer series paper. It's so pretty. It's all about texture, and it's got a linen pattern here, layered mats, the linen thread bow, and texture is really what helps make a simple layout like this feel super rich and fancy. The full measurements for all these cards are in the tutorial, so be sure you check it out. That full PDF tutorial includes all of these 4 cards, complete measurements, step-by-step instructions, bonus card details, and it's available. I have the link down in the description. But guess what? These are the 9 cards that I have covered with you this month. Oh my goodness. I am so excited to share all of these with you. This was from the first week. I had 1 card that we did together and then 2 bonus cards. Then last week we did 21 leaves on this one, putting them on a wreath, and this was the bonus card. And then today we've got, well, there are 2 of these because I had one that I'd already made, and this one here, and these, and this one. How cool is that? All these, and this is just me. This is the tip of the iceberg. This bundle has so many incredible possibilities. I absolutely love how it works. It's so pretty. All right, hey, I'm back. I'm so glad that you were here with me. This bundle was what I used this entire month, and I really hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you'll go back and look at the other videos if you haven't already seen them. I really appreciate you spending some time with me today. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. And if you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to be your crafty cheerleader and help you in any way I can. Just make sure if I didn't miss anything here. You've got the stamps, you've done it that way. Good, Tanya. Great. I'm so glad that you guys were here to hang out with me for a little bit. Oh, hi, Joanne. How are you doing today? I'm so glad that you're here. And I'm really glad that you think the cards are beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you, Tanya. I'm glad that you felt the cards were beautiful. I'm really glad that I ordered the set, and and I think that you would be too. You need to do what works for you though. Everybody is different, and lots of times you can take things that I share with you or are in the tutorials that I share and use what you have, use what you have at home, the stamp sets that you have, the dies that you have, and just kind of interpret it to work with what you already own. And that's fine too. But on the other hand, if you want to get these things, I think that you would enjoy them and have a lot of fun with them. Okay, I think that's it. I'm looking to make sure I haven't missed anything. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. Thank you so much again for being here. And more than anything, I hope you have a chance to get inky. Bye.